Good afternoon and welcome to the first ever Lunchbox show. I'm Adenel Sago.
And I'm Ben Masters. Coming up on today's show is the countdown to the weekend, movie reviews, Coventry culture, and how to look scarily good this Halloween.
Later on, I will be taking on Ben in a Halloween challenge.
This week's game's called Mummified. We have 30 seconds on the clock. We have to mummify our guests as fast as we can, and whoever's more mummified wins.
First up, here is Alpha Cisse with the latest news and sports headlines.
Thanks, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. And we'll begin with an outraged mom who blamed a Poundland store for sending out the wrong message as her daughter was allowed to buy a fake knife from their Halloween collection. Karen Remington said she was horrified her child was allowed to buy the product at the Solihull store and thought the company acted irresponsibly in allowing her to do so. Elsewhere, a bit close to home, from the 19th of November, children will be able to ride Santa's sleigh at the Coventry Transport Museum. This will be available until Christmas, and one of the main features will be children being able to fly from Lapland to the North Pole. Right, to the sports. And where else to start but with Chelsea? They've had a horrible season so far, but they take on Liverpool in Saturday's early kickoff, with Jose Mourinho's men looking to prove a point against their critics. But another manager also looking to prove a point will be Liverpool's Jurgen Klopp. After securing his first victory as the Scousers' boss, he'll be looking to improve on that momentum going against the Blues this Saturday at Stamford Bridge. Elsewhere, Manchester United will be looking to bounce back after their League Cup victory at Crystal Palace, and Arsenal visit Swansea. West Brom hosts Stoke, Newcastle hosts Stoke, live TV, these kind of things happen. Newcastle hosts Stoke, bit of banter in the studio there, ladies and gentlemen. Newcastle hosts Stoke and West Brom hosts Leicester. And a bit of local news for all you Sky Blues fans. Joe Cole is set to make his debut at the Rico tomorrow as Peterborough are the visitors tomorrow. Tony Mowbray's men will be looking for a reaction after drawing their last 3 games. That's all, and back to you guys.
Thank you, Alpha. So do you think Coventry's going to have a good season this year?
Yeah, I really do. Mowbray's done a lot since he's come in. They're 4th in the league, unbeaten at home. A lot for the Sky Blues fans to look forward to.
Oh, wow. Coventry City has recently applied to be a city of culture. This means the future will be very bright for Coventry, and we have spoken to locals on this matter.
Coventry, a small city in the West Midlands with a history in abundance. From historic icons like Lady Godiva to the Blitz of World War II, the city's bid to become the UK's City of Culture has received much backing across the country.
Do you think Coventry has a lot of culture?
It definitely has a lot of culture. I mean, we've got the Alan Terry building, which provides a lot of history and stuff, so yeah, I think we do have a lot of culture.
No, it's got quite a few museums and there's a lot of historical buildings around. But culture-wise, I don't really see the difference between Coventry and any of us, and obviously cities like Wolverhampton.
They go on and on about it being a medieval town. You know, I think if the university wasn't here, I'm not sure how much more Coventry as a city would have to offer. I mean, I'm personally from Northampton and they have more culture than Coventry, from what I've seen anyway, although I haven't been around the whole of Coventry, but I'm not sure it deserves that title.
The city takes pride to its very own Coventry University, but with some locals believing that the students have taken over, others believe it's a good thing.
There are designated student accommodations, but they are not taking over everywhere because they were pre-approved, so I don't think they are taking over now.
I live here over the summer, and when all the students go home, this place is literally a ghost town. I mean, there's people walking up and down here now, but when it comes to the summer months, when everyone's gone home, all the students have gone home, there is no one here. It's absolutely dead quiet. It's insane.
Our reporter, Tashan Gray, sat down with Dr. Jeff Wilcox, the university's Director of Arts and Culture, to find out more about bringing culture back to Coventry.
First and foremost, we hope to win
the
City of Culture bid. But I think it's very important to bear in mind this is a very long process. The full and final bid doesn't get submitted until September 2017. So that gives us 2 years, which is obviously a long period of time, but it's not as if we've got loads of time that we can sort of rest upon our laurels. There's a huge amount of work to be done to make sure that we submit the best bid that we possibly can.
And the result is announced in November 2017. So there's a lot of time between now and then, but as I say, it's not a lot of time for us to rest on our laurels. There's a lot of work to be done.
We have a very important event coming up on November the 19th, which is our first major open day event. which starts at 2 o'clock on Fargo Village, down on Gosford Street. There'll be a lot of information there and presentations about the City of Culture bid, what it means for the city, and what our plans are moving forward as well.
Locals will look forward to the verdict over whether the bid for the City of Culture will be awarded to Coventry.
Well, it's great to see the City of Coventry becoming more cultural.
Yes. Now on to other news. After about 40 years of the lake being shut at Combe Abbey, the lake has finally been opened to the public.
Our reporter Jan Thomas was on the scene.
With only one day left until Halloween,
on this cold but yet beautiful Sunday morning in Warwickshire, I'm here at Combe Abbey, where they've decided to open up the full 3-mile route around the lake for the first time in 40 years.
The route takes people on a journey in which no one has seen at Combe Abbey before. The fascinating walk was designed by Lancelot Capability Brown, who is responsible for over 170 gardens around Britain, which include Warwick Castle, Milton Abbey and many more. I spoke to a passerby to see what she thinks about the surroundings and the beautiful scenery.
What brought you here this weekend to Combe Abbey Lake?
Basically to go on the walk around the heronry that isn't usually open.
Did you know there's been 40 years since they've opened the full 3-mile route?
No, I didn't. I was aware it was open, but hadn't realised that it was because of that.
Would you walk this route again?
Yes.
Yeah. Would you recommend it to your friends and family?
Definitely, but I'm kind of preferring the peace and quiet.
Combe Pool, where anglers fish, is the second largest expanse of still water in Warwickshire, even though only half of the lake is reserved for fishing. This gives anglers more than enough space to fish and enjoy the experience.
As you can see, I've just finished a 3-mile route around Combe Abbey Lake. I can truly understand why the flyers would say the scenes are astonishing. I'm Jan Thomas reporting for the Lunchbox.
Well, that was really riveting. Now on to the weather with Aidan Krista.
Thanks, guys.
Unfortunately, if you've been outside today, you'll know that the rain's been a bit on and off, and it's set to continue all the way into this evening, so your commute home is going to be a wet one. And also, if you're going out tonight to Casbah, Carter's or JJ's, be sure to wrap up warm. And that's it for today's weather, so back to you guys.
Thank you, Aidan.
Typical British weather. While we're on the subject of Halloween, us girls love to experiment with our makeup. Here is Pillar with a great tutorial on how to look spooky this Halloween.
With only one day left until Halloween, there aren't many costume opportunities left. However, if you don't want to settle for buying the stereotypical vampire fangs or cat ears, just follow these steps. I have already done a normal makeup on the right side of my face, so now I can start painting the other side white. Once you're satisfied with the paint, grab a black eye pencil and draw the line that separates your two sides. Now onto the eyebrows, make them thick, dark and scary. For the eyeshadow, I've gone for a mixture of black and green and applied them heavily on my eyelid and under the eyes. With the liquid eyeliner, I drew a dramatic line all around my eye and made the wing long and thick as well. The most important part of this look is the fake blood. Apply it with a thin brush and make sure your lines are messy. Using the black pencil again, create a scar on your forehead. Smudge fake blood over it, then continue with the line running through the middle of your face. Remember, you don't have to be careful. To finish off the look, cover your real lips with concealer and with the help of a red lip liner and a burgundy lipstick, draw on the doll-like kissy lips. Just a little bit more fake blood dripping from your mouth and the creepy Halloween doll look is complete.
Now it's what we've all been waiting for, the presenter off. Let's welcome Gemma, Luke and Raisa to help us assist the game.
Today's game, as you know, is called Mummified. 30 seconds on the clock, we have to mummify our beautiful guests in time. Whoever's more mummified wins the game. And Raisa, our beautiful judge, will be the decision maker.
Okay, 30 seconds ready?
30 seconds on the clock.
Ready?
Hold the thing, ready?
Go.
Ah, it fell off. Go.
Oh my gosh, it hurts.
I'm from Mummified.
This is so bad.
It's falling up. It keeps breaking. It keeps breaking. This ain't working.
Oh my gosh, it keeps breaking.
Why's my face? Am I that ugly?
This is not working.
I think I look the best today.
Why does it keep breaking so easy?
Keep throwing it right. So, who won?
So who won, Raisa?
The winner has to be Luke.
Yay! Great.
Well, thank you, beautiful guests.
Thank you, guys.
They're really scary, don't you think?
Yeah.
Almost like being a scary movie.
Now, on to movies. Today we have the brand new blockbusters this weekend.
Trick-or-treating, jack-o'-lanterns and costume parties. This is what a typical day of Halloween looks like. However, if you're not in the mood of going out, here are our top 3 horror movies to give you a whole new pack of nightmares. The Last Witch Hunter, starring Vin Diesel in his trying to stop a plague from ravaging New York City. Or Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension, the last movie in the Paranormal Activity series. And our number 1 on the list, Crimes on Peak, a gothic romance horror film starring Tom Hiddleston and a home filled with ghosts. Hope they will give you a memorable Halloween.
Oh, I really love scary movies, do you?
Yeah, me too. What's your favourite?
I don't really have a favourite, but I just love the whole genre of movies, like scary and everything. For example, I saw Poltergeist the other week. That was really good.
Okay.
Speaking on the theme of scary, Halloween, as we all know, is coming up, and the clubs are getting raring to go. Now, I love my nights out, and Halloween this weekend is a great way to spend it.
Oh, me too. And luckily, Kevin gave us an insight into the best places to be this weekend.
Now, it's that time of year again where our students get to show off our most scary and freaky costumes amongst the masses. Tomorrow night, the monsters will be coming onto the streets to get their thriller on. Here are a couple of places in Coventry you should go to join in at the Fright Fest. The Halloween Fancy Dress Special at Casbah will provide J-bombs, vodka and tequila slammers at the price of £2.50. Carlsberg bottles can also be bought for £1.50. There's also a buy one get one free on all cocktails. Entry fee is £10 and can only be paid at the door. The Twisted Circus Halloween Weekend offers 50% off all drinks between 9 PM to 12 AM. Admission into the event will be £1 before 11 PM, £3 before midnight and £5 after. You can also grab online tickets for £4. And that's not all that's happening in Coventry. We spoke to the nightclub manager Kevin at Carter's to give us an insight on what...
Tuesday nights we have Haribo Tuesdays. It's free entry, drinks from £1, very student friendly. Wednesdays we have the Social Club, which is aimed at the sports societies and groups that come out on a Wednesday. Once again, free entry, free shots on entry, drinks from £1.50. And it's open until about 4 AM, which is fun. Thursday nights we have a video DJ, which means the DJ plays in sync with the screens.
Kevin also told us his plans about the big names headlining Carter's this year.
Some large DJs, we have DJ Rusky coming soon, Trevor Nelson, Stormzy, DJ Luck and MC Neat, The Artful Dodger, Charlie Sloth, and a possible large US superstar. We had Kid Ink 2 weeks ago, so we're trying to bring another big name.
There's a lot to look forward to these coming weeks, as well as tomorrow. Make sure you check out all the events in Coventry. This is Kevin Bolton for the Lunchbox.
Oh, I really love my nights out, me. Especially Halloween coming up. Are you going to any club in particular?
Yeah, probably Casbah. What about
Casbah.
you?
I might be going to Carter's after seeing Kevin on the big screen. But I hope to see you all out.
Great.
Now it's time for news and sports again with Alpha.
Thanks, guys. Good afternoon again. Just a quick recap of the main headlines. An outraged mom blamed Poundland in Solihull for selling her child a fake knife. Santa's sleigh ride will be available at the Coventry Transport Museum from the 19th of November up until Christmas. In sport, Chelsea take on Liverpool at Stamford Bridge in the big fixture of the weekend. And Joe Cole is set to make his debut for the Sky Blues at the Rico tomorrow as they host Peterborough. That's all for your sport and news today. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Alpha.
Now let's go to the weather again with Aidan.
Thanks again, guys. Unfortunately, the wet weather theme for today is going to carry on throughout the weekend, so Saturday and Sunday is going to be a wet one. So Halloween isn't going to be too pleasant, but if you're going out on Saturday, wrap up warm. And that's it for this weekend's weather. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Aidan. That was very thorough. Shall we wrap up then?
Yeah.
It's a great show we had today.
Lovely.
You've been watching Lunchbox. We'll be back next week with more fun, games and news.
Follow our Twitter and Instagram pages, at the Lunchbox Cov, to keep up with all the latest news in and around Coventry. Have a good weekend and we'll see you soon. Bye.